Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie Witch Lady and today I'm going to be talking about hagstones. So I've got a few notes and a bit of information and that, but I also have 3 examples of hagstones that my family have collected over the years. So I've got 3 of those to show you. They normally live out in our garden, but I thought I'd just bring them in and show you some really good examples of hagstones, and I'll also be putting up some pictures and photos and whatnot of other people's hagstones that they've found over the years and whatnot. So anyway, without any further ado, I shall just get straight on with that, and thanks very much for watching. Okay, so hagstones, or fairy stones as they're also known as, are basically a type of stone that has a natural occurring hole right through it and has sacred, spiritual and magical powers. The stones are created by nature due to the stone crashing together along a sea or riverbed. The action of running or moving water rushing past and then through the stones causes the erosion that creates these unique holes. The beauty and power of hagstones is made even more magical if you find one yourself, rather than receiving one from a friend or maybe buying one. It's always nice to walk along the beach and find these hagstones, but they can be quite difficult to find, so I think we're lucky that we have ours as well. But yeah, so it's always nice to find your own. It just kind of gives it that little magical extra bit of oomph, if you see what I mean. Okay, so the intrigue and uniqueness of these stones has made them a focus of folk magic, myth and lore, where they've been used for everything from protection to fertility spells, finding fairy folk or seeing into the future, to warding off negativity in all shapes and forms. So these hagstones, as well as them being, because generally that's how they're known around the world, is hagstones, but depending which country or which region you're from, they might have different names. So these are just some of the examples. They can also be known as fairy stones. They can also be known as Odin stones, holy stones, or holy stones, I think that's how you pronounce it, but which is obvious because they've got holes in. Witch stones, adder stones, snake eggs, hex stones, holies and eye stones have been viewed as magical across the world for thousands of years. When you come across a hagstone, there's something just so magical and special about it, and people use them for protection, which is something that I'm going to be talking about in a bit. So the reason that they are so sought after is that they are believed to be a strong protection amulet, which I've mentioned. Due to the fact that it is widely believed that magic cannot work on moving water, hagstones became immune to the effects of magic whilst they were being created. The stones, however, hold onto the water's powerful and positive influence and can be used as a protection shield. Depending on your own beliefs and also where you live, there are various main uses of hagstones, which include healing and banishing of illness. So to help bring health and prosperity, it is said that someone wearing a hagstone around their neck will be cured of any disease or affliction. You can also rub a healing stone over a wound or painful area on the body to ease the pain and hopefully encourage healing. They also help regenerate your energy and can refresh your body, mind and spirit, and I think we all need a bit of that from time to time. So protection. So with protection, using hagstones, tie them to anything you would like protected. If you're lucky enough to have a few, tie them together for a magical boost of their power. They were said to offer protection for people, livestock, property and business from physical, spiritual and metaphysical danger. That's easy for me to say. Ironically, they were used by witches for many years during spell work, but also to protect against and counteract those very spells. Legend has it that they can be used to ward off the dead, curses, sickness and nightmares, and just about any negative force. A common place to hang hagstones is over windows and doors, or even your own bed before going to sleep, to help protect you from, you know, horrible nightmares. Livestock owners would use the stones to protect their animals from danger or bewitchment. A stone would be suspended by a cord in the centre of each stable to protect the horses and other livestock. It was even said to prevent the farmer's cow from giving sour milk, or hens from refusing to lay their eggs. I didn't know that farmers particularly would, you know, obviously back in the day would be using hagstones to keep their livestock healthy, and, you know, as I say, keeping the cows producing milk and the hens to continue laying their eggs. So that's fascinating to me. I never knew that, so it's always interesting to me to sort of learn about what people thought back in the day, you know, like a few hundred years ago. It's just, as I say, it's just really interesting to know people's beliefs. So you can also use hagstones, it is believed, to see fairies. Legend has it that if you close one eye and peer through the hole in a fairy stone with the other, you will be able to see into the kingdom of the Fae and the fairy folk. So the stones aid the user to be able to see and to discover invisible creatures of the land of the Fae, opening up a window to other realms. If you're lucky enough to have a fairy stone, wear it around your neck when you are out in nature looking for fairies. Cover it in morning dew to help fine-tune your fairy finding skills. If the fairy stone was found in or near the ocean, looking at water through the hole may help you to see sea sprites, mermaids and mermen. If your fairy stone was found in a forest, it could help you connect with tree spirits or wood nymphs. And I do believe in fairies, but I like to leave these things alone. I think, would I really want someone spying on me? So, you know, I don't know. That's just my own view. I'm weird. Other hagstone uses include warding off the spirits of the dead, which I've mentioned before. Fertility magic, which I've also mentioned before. So lovers would gift them to each other as a pledge or romantic invitation, with the biggest stones often taking pride of place in their homes. Some believe that hagstones represent the sacred vagina of the goddess and can be used to create powerful love spells. So that's understandable because, like I've said earlier, with these stones, it's water passing through them, and water is often connected with the goddess. So with water running through and eroding these stones and creating these holes, I could understand why it would be related to the goddess. They would insert a stone or a stick sized to fit exactly into the hole, making a love request, and throw the connected pair into the sea. So that's really interesting, that one, because I know things, I think sex magic, or, you know, fertility magic, that kind of thing, it is very powerful. And, you know, when you've got two people that are involved in the, you know, ritual, the spell, it makes it so much more powerful, so much stronger. And, you know, I think these sorts of spells work really well, and I've heard from people in the past that they work amazingly well. So that's great, you know, it's definitely one to think about. So yeah. Hagstones can also be known as pledge stones, allowing the bearer to know for certain if someone is telling the truth or not. That's interesting. They are also referred to as adder stones in some parts of the world because they were believed to protect the wearer from the effects of snake bites. Maybe I'll try that one next time one of my snakes accidentally mistakes my hand for a mouse. I'll see if a hagstone will heal my snake bite. I've got a feeling they might be talking about venomous snake bites. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, that's, as I say, that's a belief, so it's not fact, you know, and science that it actually works and heals a snake bite. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm going to show you now some of my hagstones that I've got, just to show you some examples. So I've got, this one's actually my favourite one. It's just got the one hole in it, It's been out in the garden, so that's why it might have some little green bits on, but yeah, that's just got the one. And yeah, it's lovely. I mean, I think I was talking to my mum about these, and she said they're very they're easily worn away, well, you know, with the erosion and getting the holes in the stones and stuff. But I think Mum said they're, you know, they used to have a lot more of these in the garden, but they've just broken up over the years and whatnot and disappeared. So we've got this one, which has got like loads of little holes in. Yeah, like them little holes, but these holes, this has got has it got 3 in it? No, there's one that was trying to, but it didn't quite go all the way through, but you've got that one there and that one there. So that's another lovely example. And last but not least is the biggest one, which has 4 holes in it. It's got 4, and one that was trying to come through, but obviously that didn't happen. So that's another one. That's the biggest one that we've got. So I just think they're beautiful. A lot of people just think, oh, it's a chunk of stone with a hole in it, whatever, but to me they're beautiful, and they're you know, they're amazing to have as part of you know, your crystal collection, or your you know, semi-precious stone collection as well. And I do believe that these are protection amulets, and I believe that they do bring good luck. So, and they've got many meanings to different people around the world, but as I say, my belief is that they do keep the place protected and keep all negativity out, and that's what we want at the end of the day. So yeah. There's something deeply fascinating about finding stones with holes in, and, you know, being able to sort of look through them and to see into like a different world or a different realm, and to maybe be able to see different, you know, little sort of fairies or, you know, creatures, things like that. If that's your belief, then that's great. If it's not, then it's not. But the hagstones are definitely something to treasure, as I said before, in with your crystal or semi-precious stone collection. They just, I think they just add a bit of extra oomph, and to use them during spells, as I keep saying, for protection or to keep negativity away. I do believe they're so powerful. If you do find a hagstone when you're walking along the beach, or happen to be near a dry riverbed or something like that, if you manage to find one, keep it and treasure it. So that's it for now from me. I've been trying to do a witchy video every week, and then I thought I'll do one every 2 weeks, and I know this is going to be, by the time this goes up, it'll be the 3rd week. So I do apologise for that, but I have got my wedding coming up and one thing and another. So I'm just kind of preparing for that as well. I'm also doing videos for my snake channel. So, you know, things are a little bit busy at the minute, and as I say, getting prepared for getting married and, you know, all the rest of it. It's yeah, it's exciting, and I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to going on, you know, our honeymoon as well, so, which will be to Glastonbury. So yeah, I can't wait for that. That's it for hagstones for now. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and when you do subscribe, please hit that bell notification and click all, so you get notifications of all my latest videos. And if you've got any comments or questions or anything like that, then just pop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But for now, from myself, and hang on a minute, I'm going to try and get all 4 of us in. From the 4 of us, it is goodbye, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. So thanks very much for watching.